two-stop or a three-stop, and a two-stop could be a gamble for some of the teams who aren't quite sure if the blistering is going to be too much to make that two-stop happen.
Yes, and it's the sort of thing that could catch Red Bull out today, even if they're busy just fighting each other. You may well have a situation where you're blistering tyres, where the surface bubbles, which overheats, and then grip goes away, then it becomes dangerous. You can get delamination, and so they have to watch that. I'm sure if Red Bull can spring enough of a gap up front, they'll go three-stop just to cover that off. And also then the strong tailwind down the pit straight and indeed down to 130R.
There's that Drivers' Championship. Alonso can stop Vettel, Raikkonen can stop Vettel, Hamilton can stop Vettel, but Raikkonen needs to outscore Sebastian Vettel by at least 6 points, and Hamilton needs to outscore him by at least 12 points. And there's the man on pole, Mark Webber. Can he get the start that he needs? That run down 300 or so metres into turn one. Can he be ahead of the championship leader by the time they get into the first turn? It's a massive task ahead of him based on previous form.
Mark's had some poor starts, but he's had some great starts too. He can get that double clutch system that, in many ways it's fairly well structured. There shouldn't be too many problems with it, but it is still a human control at the end of the day, and there's a lot going on around you while you've got to feed in a second clutch and do all the other things absolutely at the right time.
Interestingly, there's only one man on the grid who hasn't lost a place on the opening lap this season. That's Sebastian Vettel.
Why has Hamilton not got any cars in front of him?
He has backed up a long, long way. Coming out of that hairpin, he was very slow getting away. Grosjean had to put the brakes on as well. Whether that was deliberate or not,
he's close to them with a load down. He's close to the leaders, so Lewis there looked like he was just resetting something.
He's definitely lagging behind, shall we say, the two Red Bulls. Third front row lockout of the season for the team that are on the verge of a Constructors' Championship as well, which can't be won here at Suzuka this afternoon.
I think Vettel knows that if Webber's got a half a car in front, he'll be swinging into T1 or on his way to T2. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
And so they should be. They should be allowed to race each other off the line on that one. What Christian Horner doesn't want a repeat of his Senna and Prost. And both drivers taking each other out. They've come together before, of course, in Japan, when Vettel was a Toro Rosso driver in the rain that day. He went straight into the back of Mark Webber, and of course in Turkey a few years ago as well. Mercedes, have they got any pace to challenge the Red Bulls today? Not according to Niki Lauda. The fear for the Mercedes team is that the Red Bull just have too much speed down the straights, so that if Lewis Hamilton did get ahead, he wouldn't stay ahead for long. But Romain Grosjean could be a really interesting factor here for Lotus, and there could be a really good scrap-on for the podium between Grosjean and Hamilton, Massa, Alonso, Raikkonen, and maybe Rosberg as well.
Hamilton's already lined up at 20-30 degree angle. He fancies going between the two Red Bulls. That's very much what's in his mind. He's not even thinking of going left of Mark Webber.
He's going to be
cut his options down from 2 to 1 there.
And that's the view right from the back of the grid. Adrian Sutil starting last for Force India.
So Webber's been on the grid half a minute now.
And Sebastian Vettel, maybe his brakes just smoking a little bit on the grid. Yeah, you can see it there, Martin.
Might be a spongy pedal down into turn 1, but as long as they don't flame up, he should be okay.
So we wait for the lights then. The Japanese Grand Prix 2013. Lights out, and away we go then, and Hamilton already moving towards Sebastian Vettel. Grosjean gets away well, and there's three abreast at the moment, and Mark Webber has lost out to Romain Grosjean at the start. It's Grosjean from Webber, Hamilton under pressure, just about survives this occasion. Vandergaard has gone off right at the back. Sebastian Vettel might have lost a couple of places. There he is in third place at the moment, second place I should say for Mark Webber, third place for Sebastian Vettel, but it's Romain Grosjean that leads them up through the S's. What a blinding start that was, and Hamilton is in trouble. He is being passed now by Charles Pig in the Caterham.
He went wide into turn 1, the back end stepped out on him, but I didn't see him having any contact. That's pretty heavy contact against the wall from a standing start, isn't it?
There's the Marussia.
So that's again, that must be then against Lewis Hamilton, so they clearly did make contact, maybe down into turn 2.
And even before they got down to turn 2, that might have been where the contact was made. Hamilton was certainly going an awful lot wider than he really wanted to. Jules Bianchi, by the way, is the other car that's lost out in that incident with Guido van der Garde. So a Caterham out and a Marussia out, and it's GROSJEAN from Webber, Vettle in third from Rosberg and Massa the 5.
I imagine then that Lewis may well have a right rear puncture if they had made contact on start. We did see the Red Bull of Vettle flicking to his right in a hurry there, so maybe there was some contact, and we'll see Lewis Hamilton having to stop for a punctured tyre.
Right, Sebastian, at the moment, from data and visually, it looks okay. Stay out.
But he's certainly feeling a difference in the performance of that car as down the main straight we go now with Romain Grosjean, from Mark Webber, from Sebastian Vettel, from Nico Rosberg and Felipe Massa. Fernando Alonso is in 6th. Nico Hülkenberg keeps hold of that 7th place where he started. Perez up to 8th. Gutierrez up to 9th. Then comes Jenson Button 10th. Kimi Raikkonen down to 11th. Yellow flags, no overtaking down into turn 1. It's Di Resta in 12th from Bottas and Ricciardo, Maldonado and Sutil. And there you see coming into the pits Charles Pic to serve his drive-through penalty. After Maldonado comes Sutil, Verne, Chilton and then Pic himself, and that is the problem that Lewis Hamilton has got. Not so much a puncture as no rubber left on that rear right wheel. Very poor start for Lewis Hamilton in terms of what he was hoping for in this race, and he is a long, long way back as we head to the hairpin now with Romain Grosjean ahead then of Mark Webber. Boy, have we got a race on our hands here, because it's not the Red Bulls out in front. Ted, down to you.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage as Lewis Hamilton drags his Mercedes back to the pits, and he had a troubled outlap to the grid. He was complaining about the balance of his car. I'm having a look at the back of the car, and there is floor damage, so there will be an aerodynamic deficit. But he's complaining that there was too much oversteer, and then they had to change that with a diff. That's why we saw him hanging about. He was changing the diff on the outlap to the grid.
He's 3/4 of a lap behind now that he rejoined, and we saw him aiming to the right. Both Red Bulls got away quite slowly, actually, and then he was pretty much trapped in the middle of them.
Yeah, and it was Grosjean, wasn't it, coming to the right of Sebastian Vettel to join the party there that made it a very, very tight squeeze. The track narrows down through turn 1 and into turn 2, and there was just no room to go. Grosjean's advantage, only 0.6 of a second. DRS at the end of this lap if they can clear those stranded cars. Here's Kimi Raikkonen behind the McLaren of Jenson Button, having a little look, but can't overtake into that particular corner, and still they try and move the stranded cars, and the stewards are going to be investigating Van der Garde and Bianchi after the race for that collision.
So there's the back of the grid then. What's going on at the front? Let's say both Red Bulls a little bit tardy away, so the second row is coming at them. And there was...
That must have been where the puncture was.
There was, presumably, contact in there, and then Lewis struggling to keep with only 3 tyres effectively. It always seems entirely silly to have an accident in the back of the grid when you've got cars that are not going to really pass anybody through the race.
So Grosjean goes to the right. The trouble is now all behind him. That was a perfect getaway from the Frenchman.
Superb. Quite cautious through turn 2, but he can afford to be.
Mentioned the smoking brakes on Sebastian Vettel's Red Bull.
He bogged down a little bit, so...
And Hamilton just came
there it
right
is,
across the slice.
instantly punctured the right rear of Lewis Hamilton. Then it delaminates as he tries to drag it back to the pits.
See now, Hamilton, you pointed this out, Martin. He was only going to go one way. Tried to find a gap, which wasn't quite there for him, and already he's in trouble. Look at his movement on the steering wheel. That horrible sinking feeling as cars passing 2 Ferraris, and then Hülkenberg and up the S's. He was just a sitting duck for everyone. Right at the back, Adrian Sutil made a decent move, slicing his way through Caterhams and Marussias. And on the tail of Jean-Eric Verne, who he has now passed. You've got to keep your wits about you if you start at the back at Suzuka. You're not quite sure what's going to be happening up ahead.
Getting a bit of a concertina down there.
Van der Garde and Bianchi just explaining to each other what happened before they go and see the stewards to explain. So, out in front.